The more I watch of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, the more I find myself saying, somehow a show made by GoHands is becoming one of my more pleasant surprises and anticipated series week after week, because while anime does follow trends, sometimes those trends get left in the dust for new ones, and something that used to pop up a fair amount as someone who's been watching seasonal anime for about 12 years here weekly. You know, something that I used to see a lot of with these school series was that kind of simplistic will they won't they that never really hits you and bombards you with obnoxious fan service or really that bad of scenes. In general, it's just kind of that innocence will they won't they, because a majority of young people just can't see the obvious signs that two people clearly feel the same way. Hell, look at most adults, they suffer the same issues, right? And the fact that a show like this that is so peaceful, that's so all they care about is Mie and Komura, and while people like to smash on their keyboards that some 14-year-old boy isn't cool enough, isn't savvy enough in order to just get the girl back to his apartment. I mean, seriously, the kid's young. He's in middle school dealing with stuff, and even if he was 18, hell, I swear to God, half the people bitching have probably suffered the same issues and potentially might even be suffering the same issues about trying to pick up ladies. This show is simply about two people who clearly like each other and that cute will they won't they with a adorable mechanic of forgetting her glasses. And as we saw with episode 4 last week, she doesn't forget her glasses that much. In fact, it may only be a couple times a month at maximum, which is actually less forgetful than people I know in my own life, and that honestly just, it feels like a well put together show. And the more I watch, the more I say, this feels like something I would have watched around 2010, 2012 in that area, because that's the type of shows that were getting made a lot more. And while I don't want every show to look like The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, I don't want every show to be written like it, I will say the more I watch of Komura and Mie, the more I just say, this is so simple, so sweet and peaceful, and an episode where the cat did get his tongue. He had the opportunity to ask her anything, and hell, he could have asked her, do you want to be my girlfriend? But he was going the charming prince route of, will you listen to something I have to say? And he was stuttering, he could only get I out. He was nervous as can be, but a majority of dudes his age would be. Like, this isn't something that we should be pulling our hair out. It's something that, yeah, that's frustrating that a lot of people go through. And while I may be happy in my relationship, engaged, can't complain at all, I don't suffer these nervous wreck moments. I mean, everyone has moments like that growing up, and you understand where the boy's coming through, and that's what really does make this show stick out in this season, which is, you know, chock full of a lot of really solid shows. Maybe not as packed with rom-coms as the previous season, but you know, this one still, it's sticking out, and I like it. Full live reaction episode 5 of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses is available on my Patreon if you would like to see my full uncut thoughts to this Valentine's Day special. It's over there if you're interested. So yeah, it's a Valentine's Day episode, and it was really good. Like, this was easily the most pleasant episode to watch, because what I like is that this show really doesn't work with gimmicks. Like, you can make the argument that her forgetting her glasses is the gimmick, but really after the past couple of episodes, it doesn't feel as much of a gimmick as it did in the intro. And what I mean is, at the end of the day, there's a couple of side characters. Really, Lelouch is like the only dude who's kind of like a recurring side character, and even then we know he's really just supporting them. Like, there's this one shot where basically as he's giving his kind of like chocolates back or whatever the hell he gave her, I don't know what that thing was, you see him in the background just kind of smiling, being like, that's my boy, yep, I knew you guys could figure it out. I like the fact that this show's all about Mie and it's all about Komura, because those two are the lovebirds. Like, yes, there's a classroom full of people that may hand her chocolate because she handed them chocolate, or they may talk to Komura, but at the end of the day, we know this is just about them. And because you only are really focusing on them for the most part, you just get to see their personalities flourish. And we've really gotten to see that Komura is a really decent dude, but yeah, he's a nervous wreck, because a lot of boys his age would be a nervous wreck, especially when you have this cute little crush that you don't really know how to read the situation. And as much as it would be easy to say some of these situations, like how can you miss it, which we all have at least one in our lifetime, some more than others, but we always have, if we could rewatch a certain scene, we could probably say, damn it, how did I miss that? But in his defense, this girl gives off a lot of different vibes. When she doesn't have her glasses on, she looks like a judgmental animal. Think of those cats or dogs with that real grumpy face. like, they could be purring up a storm but looking like they're about to slit your throat at a moment's notice. Like, that's her face. She has such a, what she says and how she looks at a moment's notice are so polar opposite, so you can kind of understand the whiplash effect of this not being an anime character but being a legit person that honestly gives mixed vibes. Sometimes he obviously misses the mark because he doesn't have experience, and I mean, you know, it's just sometimes it's weird to see adults like smashing on their keyboard that he's not man enough. It's like, damn, sorry the 14-year-old boy isn't cool enough and isn't Hugh Hefner for you. Like, bruh, this is a cute, innocent show that's honestly not that ridiculous when you think about how most people are growing up, right? And I like the fact that for a character like Mie, she, yes, forgets her glasses, but as they said last week, she barely forgets them, so he usually doesn't have a lot of opportunity to help her because she's not usually blind. So the idea of getting to know her as this, like, she seems so grumpy, she seems so fierce with what we get to see because they're showing us the time she does forget it, because that's obviously the hook. That's where the gimmick, yes, does come in. But when watching them, they take such basic situations like, okay, he needs to go buy some ketchup for burgers or whatever the hell he's getting, right? But he needs to do that. He bumps into Mie, who obviously forgot her glasses, and we get this cute moment about Valentine's Day. Like, it's pink everywhere, the chocolate display, like, everything's everywhere, and it's just like, he feels like, okay, because out loud, he's like, I want Mie to give me some, and she's like, what do you want me to give you, right? So it's just like, it's a cute situation that had she not forgot her glasses, then obviously she would immediately have clued in like, oh, you want some? I was giving some to my friends anyway, of course I'll give you some. I like the fact that on paper a lot of it looks like gimmicks, but the way they write these scenes just really hook you in, and I feel like it's diabetes in anime form. And I think we all love a good diabetes in anime form in at least once a season. I mean, you can look at previous seasons, like honestly, the past 2 anime seasons of this year has had a lot of those where it's sweetness overload. But seriously, a show that did make me a little dizzy with its first episode has slowly but surely become one of my more anticipated watches of the week, and I actually find myself liking this show more with each passing episode. And I don't find myself frustrated, I just find it like, okay, it's sweet, it's innocent, it's adorable, the almost confession, it gets you excited, but I mean, that's real. He's flustered, he's nervous, we shouldn't be getting mad at some young anime boy because he's not boning the young anime girl. Like, seriously, like, this is innocent and wholesome, and we should be treating it as such. But some people, I don't know, man, it's like almost a weird wish fulfillment thing where it's like, oh, they're not doing what we want them to do. It's like, bro, this is simple, this is sweet, this is adorable. We should be treating it as such. Yeah, it's a little frustrating in the way because it's like, bro, if only you realized, like, this was your moment. But he was nervous, and the fact that he even saved his ass being like, I want you to see me when I say that, you can't deny that's not a little bit of a smooth move there, and it was sweet. It was a really charming episode, and I had a blast watching. And I mean, I'm usually the last one to defend a Go-Hands anime, but damn it, I'm saying it, I love the girl I like forgot her glasses. It hits that 2010, 2012 sweet spot of anime from that time, and I really do like the production at this point. But let me know what you thought. We're now 5 episodes in, how are you feeling? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell so you can get notified when I upload more videos to the channel. And like I mentioned, we do have a full uncut live reaction available on my Patreon if you would like to see that. And hey, while you're there, you also get a video shout out. So today we have a Taco Tuesday. Hey, it's actually Tuesday, I just realized that. The gentlemen, Tom Smith, Tony X, Wade Smith, and Zeshram. So I appreciate the support, everyone, and please take care and have a good one.